Next up is Benjamin Loloju from STE. He's going to be talking about the new STE app. I'll get him to explain that a bit.
Hello everyone, I'm Benjamin Loloju from Save the Elephants, and I want also to convey our thanks to the EarthRanger team who have collaborated in the past few years for the efforts that we have put into these platforms such as the WildTracks, EarthRanger, and yeah, so as a young boy growing up next to a major elephant corridor in northern Kenya, I always got fascinated by elephant movements, and every morning looking at their footprints and the marks on the ground and the patterns. And today I'm happy to say that using platforms such as WildTracks and EarthRanger, it's even more fascinating to use these platforms daily and to tell elephant stories and to understand their movements better. So I'm going to tell you about the WildTracks, which is a new release of an iOS app that is coming up soon. And you'll be able to use it to visualize movements, to track animals and other things like vehicles, your patrol teams. And so it's quite exciting because it has some superior advantages that I'm going to tell you. So over the past 20 years, we have been collecting tracking data in northern Kenya, and using EarthRanger and WildTracks has enabled us to better understand these movements across the landscape. It's good to know that WildTracks will be pulling the data from the EarthRanger. All the settings can be done from the EarthRanger, configuring your regions, color coding the elephants. All the elephants facing left are females, and then facing right are male. So you can do all that in EarthRanger platform, and put some other things like vehicles, planes. In that regard, you can put in the same platform. And so this will be, the advantage here is that WildTracks will helps to show elephant movement in colored manner. Part of our mission at Save the Elephants is developing a tolerant relationship between humans and elephants. And this will enable us and communities coexist peacefully, whether in drinking spots or in grazing fields. But WildTracks helps us to show the elephant behavior already. As my colleague Chris mentioned, elephants will say if they are under threat or if they are not. So just on the left, the elephant that we see the tracks by blue color, that is 16-day movement, which is what we get from WildTracks. And the dark bits of the track are during the night, and the bright bits are during the day. So we can already see that that elephant who is out of a protected area only goes to drink at night. So by looking at that, we already see what they are doing and what that tells us about risk perception and how they take or how they are doing on the ground. The one further below shows an elephant who is in a protected area, and the bright bits are during the day. The dark bits are further apart into the community, which she does at night, but it's quite a completely different story. Along the river, she's mostly during the day, and during at night, she moves away. It's two completely different things because of the landscape they are in. So with WildTracks, you can be able to tell your story better. And these two movements also shown here. The first one on the right shows a bull elephant who has been moving in the past 2 weeks from northern Kenya all the way coming south. And we can see the dark bits of the track during the night, and that's when he did most of his movement. During the day, the movements have been quite minimal. Probably it's very hot, and this just tells us you can get into an elephant mind by just looking at the day-night movement, which is an option you can see from the tracks using WildTracks. The one on the left is a group of, it's a family group, and we can see that they have 2 drinking spots, and mostly they also go and drink at night. But there is another key feature there shown by the red dots, and that is streaking. Streaking is when elephants are moving above their normal speed, and this shows probably they have waited for a long day and they want to drink. That's probably a risky landscape. Humans have gone to their places, the livestock have gone away, so they are thirsty, let's run to drink. And so that's another key feature of WildTracks shown by the red dots when they streak. Northern Kenya is still one of the great and fenced regions in Africa, and most of the parts we can't reach by road, and that's when apps like WildTracks and flying come in, because you can easily, using WildTracks, click on an elephant and it gives you an option to fly direct to that elephant. It gives you the time you will take to fly to that elephant, and it gives you also the distance. And this is all in, as long as you have refreshed your app on the ground, you get into the plane, you don't require any internet app in the plane, and you go direct and check on those elephants. Our founder and president, Ian Douglas Hamilton, is here. He still does this every month, which gives us, he's still continuing to inspire all of us. Another amazing tool that I say in WildTracks is the measure tool. This one, you can click on one elephant and you can click on another, and it gives you the distance between the 2 elephants. And if you do projects like nearest neighbor, you want to study how close they are always between two individuals, this is a great tool. And you can also measure more than one elephant using other like vehicles, patrol teams. You just click and you see the distance between the 2, which is very good when you come to interactions and associations. So this one, I'm going to tell you about 2 different groups in Samburu, where one shown in orange is an orphan group, where the big females were poached, and then the green one shows a family that were not much affected. And so by just seeing how they move, we see the orange one always trying to come in. So, and this is a good thing that we can use the WildTracks, see the interactions. Are they accepted in the group or not? So when we are studying this in Samburu, this is a tool that's really, really going to enhance our work when we see how the orphans are interacting with other groups. And so WildTracks is, you can get into the Play Store and type STE WildTracks and you get it. It's compatible with Apple devices, and we will monitor the usage with our users, and we can have a trial version later using Android. It's good to know that you use your EarthRanger credentials to log into, and it's very, very safe and secure. So I hope you can tell your stories better to the world using WildTracks. And thank you very much.